Thank you so much. My name is Margaret Moreni, a mother of 4 and a member of St. Paul's Self-Help Group since 2008. I'm 3 years shy of 20 years being a member, and I'm happy because having served in the management and for 6 years, and now seeing what is going on, I'm very, very happy to see the growth, the magnitude of growth in terms of systems, in terms of membership, and even in terms of the capital, so share capital. So I'm really happy to be among to be a member, and happy because the self-help group has been a platform that have benefited a lot in terms of financial savings and also taking loan. I've taken several loans since I joined the self-help group. So today I'm really excited to share my story with you. So Margaret, before I got into what I'm doing, which I'll be sharing in a few, I was doing consultancy at the self-help with a company called Posture Consulting, and that was my own company for about 13 years. And that was after I finished campus and I did my master's. So I ventured into consultancy, and I was doing consultancy in strategy, in HR and in research. And over time, 13 years, not a short time, I felt the urge to pursue my passion. And my passion being farming, my passion being nutrition, and my passion being cooking. It has amaranth and it has chia seeds. That is what we are eating here. I love to do those things. I love to take care. And in the meantime, I also had a child who was on wheat free, and I thought, why not ensure that I have food for her and food for everyone? But as time went by, I realized it was not just food for my family, it was actually food for many other. Because through what we have been doing at Grow Free Foods, that's a company that I run, we've been able to support many people, especially with conditions that are related to nutrition deficiencies or that are chronic in their nature. And those that are using our products are happy, and their health has been improving over time. In fact, some have really improved. And because of these testimonies of improving in health, it made me get into other things. For example, I run a WhatsApp group with over 600 members. And there's nothing we discuss there other than food, and food is medicine, and how to overcome our health issues, and how to eat, and how to cook it differently to earn more nutrition from it, and to enjoy food, basically. I must say, one of the things that St. Paul's Self-Help Group has done to Grow Free Foods is giving us an opportunity to meet some of the customers that we have met through the pop-up market. Participated in 2 of them, and it's during that time that we were able to meet some of the customers that we have, and even have them as part of the learning group that we have. We call the group Natural Food Therapy, the WhatsApp group, and some of those people are actually benefiting from the discussions that are in that group. Okay, so this is a protein of the day. Jahi, that is enough even. Then,
what are vitamins?
Yes, we are looking also at the colors. This is baked pumpkin. Then we have matoke. This matoke is just when it has started ripening and you can actually peel it. That is the one. It has been dressed with cinnamon. Then I have boiled purple sweet potato. Then the salad. This salad has chayote, it has apple, it has raisins, it has tomatoes, it has chia seeds. So much. I decided to take an early retirement to pursue my passion. And I must say that the self-help group has come in handy because I needed to buy machines. I think there are a number of machines now in this room, in our production unit. And part of the money I actually sourced from the self-help. And the beautiful part, you request for a loan today, and tomorrow you actually have it. Yeah, I remember one time I did, I think 300,000, and I had the money the next day. Yeah, where else can you get that? I think this is one of the things that St. Paul's, thank you very much. At least you don't have to overthink. And if you're not in St. Paul's self-help group, I think you're doing a disservice to yourself. You know, I think they have gone way beyond what any financial institution can be able to offer its loyal customers. Yeah, because what other peace of mind can you get if it's not that? When you need the money, you get it, and you get it within hours actually. Yeah, so I'm really happy that St. Paul's Self-Help Group comes in that handy. Assume you don't even have school fees. You go for that loan and you actually get it. The child is not even sent home because of school fees. I mean, I think that's one of the things that the Self-Help Group is doing. And then they're very they offer a lot of customer service as far as repayment of the loan is concerned. Sometimes you can actually be stuck while other financial institutions are running after you to take away your property and sell it. They are accommodative, they listen. And for sure, because we are also honest people, they are there to wait for us for that short time, because normally it's not even a long time when you're able to repay your loan. And there we have been able to. I remember one time I really felt I needed to have my own car. And that, it is St. Paul's Self-Help that people managed to. I had some money, but I couldn't get enough. So I went to St. Paul's Self-Help Group and they were able to give me a loan of 300,000, which I topped it up to the other money that I had. And I bought my car, which I call my pickup. It has facilitated me a lot in this business because it's one that ferries whatever I need to ferry. From the farm to here, especially like you'll notice that I have, we dehydrate whatever we grow in the farm. So be it be bananas, be it be sweet potatoes, like these ones are sweet potatoes, or bananas or cassava that we have dehydrated. Normally it's bulky, carrying it. So the vehicle makes it quite easier to do that. So yes, I think I must say that St. Paul Self-Help Group has made us be who we are today because of that service, that speed of operations. Thank you, St. Paul Self-Help Group. I must say I'm a beneficiary of the self-help group in the sense that I have gained corporate governance. I have been in leadership for 6 years as a credit chair then, and also as a vice chair of the self-help group. Remember, we are the people who engineered the mustard seed then. But more than that, I was recruited to be a founding director of Caritas Microfinance Bank. So I served the bank for 4 years, and through my experience there was enormous in terms of corporate governance, in terms of how financial institutions work. And I must say it was an opening for me to learn and to gain a lot of experience. So if I was not in the self-help group, certainly that would just have passed by. But because I was in it, and of course because I also passed in my interview, then because we went through interviews to be able to be appointed in the whatever. And I also did quite a bit at the bank. I did a lot of recruitment. I chaired the HR committee and the business development committee. So adding value to whatever self-help, to whatever the bank is as a partner with our St. Paul Self-Help Group. So, like I mentioned, we have several products. We do flours, we do vegetables, and we do oils. So, among the products that we make, among the flours, is baby for babies, for people who are diabetic, for people who have arthritis. And other than that, in terms of uji, we also have for mothers who are breastfeeding. So for uji, I started my product with one uji, which I call family uji, which doesn't move nowadays as much. I started with family uji, and family uji, this was the machine. This is a machine that I used to use to siaga it, and this was the container for the uji. So I would do like 4 kilos. This holds about half a kilo, so I would have to repeat several times to be able to get like 4 kilos. Then I moved from there and I imported this machine, and I imported 3 machines. I imported this is a milling machine, but doesn't have a sieve in it. And I have an oil machine, this one. This is for doing cold pressed oil. And then I have another machine behind my camera, which I use for making groundnuts. The peanut butter. I imported those from China. Now, over time, I have grown to not only having now this one container, and I used to use some small containers like this one to store the unga. Now I've moved now from here to this other bigger machine. This machine is able to produce for me 1 kilogram per minute. So usually I normally do a batch of about 24 kilos. And 24 kilos is about this big drum here of 60, I think it's a drum of 60 liters. So I do a drum of one of our flours. I normally do a drum of it, and that is for a week. And our customers, like I said, are all over. We have in Mombasa, we have in Kisumu, we have in Meru, we have in Nakuru. We send via courier, we send via G4S, we send via the public transport system. So we're able to reach you wherever you are, and especially for your parents who are at home that are suffering, and you can do something about their nutrition, because a lot of our issues are nothing but lack of proper nutrition. Otherwise, we can manage a lot of health issues with food. So karibuni sana. Now that is a crop I'm trying out. Can you see some funny looking plants? These two lines.
Yes.
That is chickpeas.
Or you're trying to plant it and see.
I wanted to find out, can it respond in this environment? It has all the nutrients you need. It's like, yes, everything, all the nutrients you need. Ni nyama tu haina.
So you unachunaga?
It's only vitamin B, yes.
But the leaves,
yes,
the
stem
leaves,
and yes. The
leaves.
You can even cut and taste.
So Margaret,
yes, please.
Thank you for taking us around your farm.
Yes.
We have really enjoyed. And,
yes.
What I would like to know, since now retirement.
Yes.
Apart from this, the farming or maybe other activities that you have engaged.
Yes.
Since now you retired.
Yes.
You can tell us a bit how you started these income activities. You can describe them.
Okay.
Started.
Okay. Yeah. So I think myself, given retirement, I decided to pursue passion, and the passion I have is farming. And where I like to do farming, I needed to go on to do it differently. First of all, to grow foods that are nutritious, because I've been that person very keen on nutrition. So like one of the crops I grow is this. This is amaranth. Yes, this is amaranth. We have put here, first of all, where we are now, this is a dehydrator, a solar dehydrator with about 9 beds. This is where we dehydrate what we grow in the farm. Like you have seen, we have cassava, we have sweet potatoes, we have bananas. So we come and wash them. We have a washing area. And then after we wash, we come and place them here. Of course, we normally wash this as well. Then we give it time to dry. This time round, it's not the best time because of there's very little sunshine. Yes, so we of course are not drying much. Like these ones have been here for quite some time because they get what we call mold. Yeah, but such things. This is lemongrass. I had mentioned to you about this herb. This is one of the must-have. I'd even urge you to carry a few to go and plant at home. Must have around for many issues at home, for home remedy, like for constipation, for issues to do with acidity, bloating, lack of sleep. It is very, it's very helpful. Yeah, and if you are pre-diabetic, this also helps to sort out the insulin management resistant issues. So yeah, so the journey began, and I think God was just guiding, because I must say, nilijipata in a way. As much as I loved farming, I remember one day telling my husband, why don't we do bananas? Then we were in Nairobi, and coming here was a bit hectic, and whenever we plant, people just harvest and take away. So if we plant bananas, at least they'll take time to mature, and when they mature, maybe somehow you'll get a banana. So we planted bananas. I didn't know at that time that there will be a time when I would need to dehydrate. At that moment in time, I didn't. Yeah. And then after banana, we first grew maize and beans. I harvested so much. I had 3 gunias of maize, and actually not 3, sorry, 7 gunias of maize and 2 of beans.
80 bags.
Yes. What do I do with all that?
You cannot.
So a lot of it, then I hadn't learned about how to control pests.
Yeah.
So I went through post-harvest losses,
Yeah.
and it's very painful. That's the moment I told my husband, look, I think we're doing it wrong.
The weevils.
Yes. Why don't we grow something that can be of economic use? Yeah. And meanwhile, I think my mind was just racing and telling me, or maybe God guiding me, that this is what I want you to do. Yeah, because I remember I used to buy Amarantha cereal, and I started asking myself, can't I make for myself? What does it take to make? Then I started Googling and researching. That is actually the other way I've been able to do what I'm doing. I am tech savvy. Yeah, research a lot. So, and I came to know how to do the cereal by myself. And I bought some seeds and I could see, oh, I can do it. So one day in a group that somebody helped me join, I asked who has these seeds. And that's how I came to plant. If you see the photos of the time, this place was the most beautiful place I have ever been. It's so therapeutic. You asked earlier on about my emotional, the therapy and how this has helped me emotionally. I must tell you that whenever I come here, I get out of here in darkness. It's so therapeutic. You just want to be in here.
Yeah.
Yes. And again, when I go to the production, it's another place that, every time I do a formulation and it's successful, I just tell. But for all that I do, I always place God in it. There's always a prayer in it. And somehow things just happen. Yeah. So I think I can tell my colleague retirees, 1, God, 2, pursue your passion. Yes. You know that thing that you really like? And if someone has that passion and doesn't know what business activity can do within the passion, please contact me, because my other line is actually that. As a business consultant, I've helped many people come up even with the business ideas. Yeah, I can help somebody to come up with a business idea within the passion and within abilities in terms of whether it's financial or energy-wise, even energy. That's something that doesn't require perhaps a lot of energy, or it's not a complex business. What I'm doing is a bit complex. I retired much earlier than what ordinarily is known as retirement age. No, I'm still in my 40s. so I must say that that's what I can advise. And even if you don't like farming, please have a kitchen garden. If you don't have a farm, even that small kitchen garden, have the pots. Planting or plants are therapeutic. Yes. Watching a seed germinate and grow. Yeah. And even that I can guide in terms of what plants can you do in pots at home that are not only high level of energy, not nutrition, but easy to take care of. Like something like lemongrass, which I'm drying here, it's very easy to grow. And it will give you nice tea for yourself. It will manage your health issues. It's very good for inflammation. Yeah, such things. Yeah. So I must say the journey has been good. Of course, not without challenges. and the most challenging thing is financial challenge. Yeah, the capital investment that is needed. So whatever it is that I've done, it has been grown organically. Tulianza hii safari. By the way, whatever you see here, this is courtesy of COVID. During COVID is when I installed this. And it's also when I did my solar system and irrigation, because we had time, and of course we saved that. There was some savings. The fact that you're not traveling, it means that day kama ulikuwa unanunua lunch au ununui fuel hatukuwa tuna. So COVID had some benefits on its own. Yeah. So when you talk about post-harvest losses or biomass, making sure that there's nothing of loss in the farm, these are some of the things. Like this is kahorora. We are drying this. So this is just a few minutes, or rather a few hours to complete. Yeah, complete drying. Yeah, and we can keep it for even 3 years. Once something is dehydrated, it can go for more than even 3 years, as long as it's in an airtight bag. Yeah.
So this helps you when you cannot consume everything.
Yes, or when it's very dry and you can't. Or sometimes I crush it, and once I crush, I put it in stews. Yeah, so, sometimes you don't even have time to cut.
Yeah.
So you put it in, or I can mill it into a powder and add it to my mokimo. Yeah.
You can tell us the activities or how St. Paul's have helped you to come up with this project, or maybe the activities that have now helped you to promote what you produce here. Now, after producing the final product that you make from the products, how St. Paul's has helped you.
Okay. So I must say I'm one of the lucky people to have joined St. Paul's then without knowing how much it would benefit us and how big the self-help would grow. Because initially I remember you could just borrow kidogo, but now you can even borrow as much. So one of the activities is the core business of the self-help group. The fact that they offer the loans. Because when you're doing this kind of business, you need money. And it has come in handy to help me top up my financial needs. Whenever I'm stuck, I go to them. And they will even tell you, even if you have this other loan and you can afford to pay for this other one, you can run more than one loan. Yeah, which I've successfully done, and I'm happy I'm able to even repay the loans. But more than that is the fact that now when I've done all this, when I transform my arrowroots here, although I buy much more, into flour, I use the arrowroots for 2 flours. I have flour for people who want to add weight, and I also have flour for baking. Gluten-free flour for baking for people who have either issues with the wheat or they just want to have that lifestyle of eating well and taking care of their health in that manner, especially when you talk about eating what we call complex carbohydrates. So eating these indigenous carbohydrates help with especially with sugars. So the fact that now I'm able to sell my final product. I have attended 2 pop-ups, and if you did not announce them, thank God that you're quite digital, because I'm really happy having served in management and seen where we reached. You didn't stop there. You moved many more steps ahead to help us digitalize and help us reach people very easily. Yeah, so I'm able to get that information. There's a pop-up market. This is the time. And we are told like 3 months before. So you're able to prepare very well and bring my goods to the market. And my products, by the way, I think I hadn't mentioned this area. I'm doing niche marketing. I mean, or rather, my products are for a selected few. It's not a mass market. I'm not doing mass market. I'm doing niche for people who want to eat well, people who want to manage their health with food. That is the target market, and that's where I drive. A lot of my customers are the word of mouth customers. A customer is happy, anaambia mwingine, anaenda kwa mtu anakula kitu mzuri, hii ulitoa wapi? That is how I sell. Referral customers. Actually, I know all my customers by name. Because of that, because we normally have a conversation. So you want this product, are you having any health issues, or what are you managing? That's a conversation we always strike. So I might say St. Paul's, the fact that because again of that digital ability, you can be able to process the loan very quickly. I apply for a loan today and tomorrow I have the money. I remember not very long ago, I took I think 150,000. I needed to do something, and it's just today, tomorrow. Kwanza kwa simu, pap. 3 hours after loan application. It will say this. So where else would one go Yeah.
St. Paul's.
Why wouldn't everyone in St. Paul's community, the parish, be in St. Paul's? Yeah, because this is where one can actually grow and even grow economically and have a place to save. Yeah, I think it has helped me save. I've even introduced my daughter, is also a member, the one who is 18, and I'm actually introducing even the rest, including the baby. Yeah, it's only that I'm not found. I need to actually do that. I need to, maybe this is an assignment for you. Send me those application forms this August. We apply for them. I will guardian them, and then they also know that I'm supposed to save.
Yeah, you're
Start
saving for
that.
them,
Yes.
and also they are now part of your guarantor.
Yes, they also become part of my guarantor, and also I become their guarantor as well whenever they will. Yeah. So I think you're doing a good job, and I think it's a matter of time before we don't know what is the next big thing, because I think in the next, who knows, 10 years, where will the self-help be? Yeah, St. Paul's. We are talking about St. Paul's self-help group. Yeah.
Margaret,
Yes.
you can tell us
Yes.
the challenges that you have faced
Yes.
as a member
Yes.
of St. Paul's Self-Help Group,
Yes.
and also the challenges that you face here as a farmer.
As a farmer.
Yeah.
Okay. I must say there is no much challenges that I face with the self-help group. Perhaps I can only point out the guarantorship. The fact that I resorted to being a self-guaranteed member because I could not get people who could give me adequate shares to be able to be able to guarantee me and get enough. So I end up now taking my own self-guaranteed loans. So it's helpful for me because I now don't feel obliged that there's somebody who is waiting and I need to, so that's mainly the only challenge I can point out. However, as a business from my end here, and which can also be now the other challenge, is the fact that I need much more money than what I'm able to self-guarantee. So I end up now either looking for money elsewhere, or just getting stagnated in some things that I need to do. Like, for example, as you saw, I need a warehouse. Yeah, I need to construct a warehouse, and I need money for that. That will not be less than 3M complete, something nice to meaning. So you see, that kind of money, I either go to the bank, and with the bank, it's quite expensive. The cost of money is very high. Or stay put and make sure I'm able to source money in other ways. Yeah. So I think that's mainly the main challenge I can point out. And even in my own self here, that's my main challenge, financial capital. Yeah, that's the main challenge. Yeah, so in terms of improvement, where I would want the self-help to grow in the years to come, I think this whole idea of guarantorship, perhaps the self-help needs to go to another level where it's not a must that coin for coin. Can we do collaterals? Yeah, to be able to support members, because members have collateral and they need money to move to the next level. So why not get there?
So Margaret,
Yes.
you can briefly suggest ways that St. Paul's Self-Help Group can do to support you as a retiree.
Yes.
And also other retirees who are members of St. Paul's Self-Help Group. The suggestion that you can put across to the management of the self-help group that we can do to support the retirees like you.
I think one of the things that the self-help group can do, a lot of our members who have retired could be ailing. Yeah. And sometimes they may not be knowing how to feed them. I mean, what what to eat for what. And there's a lot of bouquet in terms of what to eat. For example, they are told about moringa. As you can see, there's a moringa. This is a moringa tree here. They'll be told about moringa, and they'll be told about, I don't know what, black seed oil, I don't know, do this. There's a lot of confusion about these things. So I think one of the things that the self-help group can do is to have forums. First of all, not just for anything else, to just come and laugh. Yeah, the retirees come and remember those old days, how they started, they joined the self-help group and share a meal. And while they are doing that, they have an educative session for their age. And now for them, hakuna kitu amebakisha sana kama to know how do they spend their time. Yeah? They can spend their time either doing passion kind of thing, like farming, even if not in a big way, that small kitchen garden, what to put in there, which is easy to take care of. Yeah? Number two, if it's animals, what is the animal they can keep around them? Yeah, that will occupy them, because when you see these things and they bark or they make the noises they make, it's part of therapy. Okay? So I would say that educative session, and then do some exercise. They need to be given more information on, let me say this, the whole thing is about health. From where I sit, for retirees, it's about health, because most of them, it's not about economic now. Yeah, it's about food and health. Yes, what to eat, in what quantities, where to source, what can I grow, how can I do, which exercises can I do at my age, I'm limping, what is the exercise I can do in the house. Okay, and those are some of the things, by the way, we do. Which are the exercises? Like I show people how to do the exercise using a simple thing, even a cloth like this, and you stretch these muscles. Okay, yeah. You sit on a chair, and what exercises can you do when you're seated on a chair? You're on your bed, lying on your bed. What are the exercises you can do? When you're feeling pain here, what does it mean? When you're feeling pain there, what does it mean? What can you do about it? Is it all the time on the go to see the doctor, or there are some things you can help yourself with? Okay? And if you are diabetic, or you have arthritis, or you have high blood pressure, yes, you're taking the medicine, but which foods can also be supporting you to make sure your load of medicine has gone down, so that you don't have so many medicines that you're taking? Because if you eat right, like I'll tell people who are having high blood pressure, the allium family, the onions, is one of the things they really need to make sure they're eating in large quantities to help their blood pressure regulate. Because some, even when they're taking medication, the blood pressure still remains high. There are some who, and so no, the doctor is forced to add another dose or change the medication to another stronger one. And that should not be the case. Yeah, it is about food. It's about what can we grow, and in a small space. Like you've seen here, this is not a big piece of land. It's just small, but there's so much. I can't finish this. No, I cannot finish. I can only share, and God has given me that platform of having a value addition business that I'm able to share all that you see here. Because me and my family, we can't finish. Yeah, and you can see how rush they are. This is how organic farming does. And when you have water, can actually, we are hoping to harvest this, God willing, in the month of, before the rains come. We should have harvested this. Yeah, before the next season comes. So yes, I think that's what I can tell the self-help. Have that forum. Make it quarterly. Let it be during the day. Not be too early. They need to sleep enough and take time to come. Yeah, a meal for them, and activities. And the activities, one of them must be exercise. So they'll come dressed in freedom clothes. I call them freedom clothes. Yeah, let them be free. They're ready to put on their tracksuits. Yeah, they just be free. Yeah, and they get ready to laugh. Yes.
I have that.
Yes, and they have a session to just mingle and, you know, listen, taste good food. I personally, because I'm now become one of them, I bring some of the niceties that I even have in the farm for them to enjoy. Yeah, and some of the things they can plant, like we saw the purple sweet potato. I think this is a plant. This is the purple sweet potato, like coming with these vines. Even if they take like 5 pieces of this each, and I show them how to go plant them in their backyard. Yeah. Then there's this. This is the moringa tree. I've been having. I think now I've had even old. This moringa tree was planted in 2025, the last season of 2023. It's not old. Yeah, and I've had two harvests already. And this they can put in their vegetables when they are cooking. Yeah, it goes very well with cabbage. Yeah, in its flesh form. You get. This is a purple sweet potato which they can boil and eat with there. And this is anti-cancer, or rather it cleans the system. Yeah. Then a plant like this, very easy to grow. These are the gooseberries. You can see them here. Yeah, like this is ripe. You want to share one? Yeah. Yeah, so thank you so much, St. Paul Self-Help Group, for thinking about me. I had not thought a moment like this would come for me to share my story. And my story is long. You've given me an opportunity to talk out and maybe and perhaps help someone out there. Health and food are my passion. And not just food that I put on the table, but originating it, getting to know how it was grown and how did it grow, doing it myself, taking those seeds and planting them and seeing the outcome of it. So I would urge each and every one of us to mind about what we eat, because our health is all about that. We either eat the wrong things, or we don't eat what we need to eat. So actually, you'll find a number of us are malnourished, but we don't know. So you'll find it's because of a lack of a certain vitamin that we don't have, and that's why we are ailing. I'll give an example. For those of us who don't eat legumes, you'll find perhaps you have issues to do with nerves. And where is it coming from? Because perhaps you're malnourished in terms of vitamin B complex, because a lot of these come from the grains, from the wheat grain or even rice grain, or from the maize that we need to be eating. So it's not about carbs. I know there's a lot of story about don't eat carbs, but it's about moderation. And it's moderation about anything and everything. Even water, if not moderated, you can land into trouble with your thoughts. So I think I'll urge every one of us to be mindful and to educate others once you learn about the how and what to do when you are in such issues. So my passion here is about farming, and not just farming, it's going ahead to putting it in a form that you who is away from me can share what I am able to passionately grow in my farm. So I welcome you to join me. I have a platform, a WhatsApp group where I discuss the things that I'm talking here. And apart from that, I'm a call away to answer certain questions that you may have. I had earlier on, maybe perhaps you got to hear me talking about the 6 colors of food that we need to be eating: purple, red, green, orange, yellow. Green and white, and as well as brown. So what is on your table when you sit down to eat at the dining table? Whether it's your breakfast, whether it's your lunch, or it's your dinner, what colors are on your table. Thank you so much.